I fell in love with Meisner's technique the moment I read his book, because I knew that what I was reading wasn't just the writing of a great actor, but of a great teacher. He had taken the fundamental problem that actors face of how to be present, 100% present in a scene, how to have a completely open and available emotional system. And he had created an entire curriculum starting with the foundation of how to do that. And I'd taken so many acting classes where nobody taught you the foundation. Nobody taught you how to do that. They just threw you into a scene with all of the complexity and then tried to take out one little thing that you weren't doing right, or that thing. That's like trying to give someone an algebra formula, teaching someone algebra when they don't know the math facts. They don't know how to add and subtract and multiply and divide. And you give them a formula, and then they fail. And then you say, oh, okay, well, let's work on this little part here. So let's back up. Okay, you don't know how to add. So this is how you add. Let's see if we can bring that into the formula. And then you try the formula and you fail again. Oh, because you don't know how to subtract. Well, let's back it up. How many times are you going to do that without getting completely frustrated and just give up? So what Meisner had done, and I saw that he had done this, was he had created a way to work that foundation, to get that open and available emotional system, and then to add in the complexities of doing a scene, of doing a play, of doing a movie, of performing, of building a character, all the stuff that you add in once you are 100% present. As a teacher, I can respect that he did something by having this structure that was way ahead of his time. If you ask a teacher now about scaffolding, they can tell you exactly what it is, because it was theorized actually the term was first used in the 70s by a researcher named Wood and his fellow researchers. It was published as Wood et al. And you can look this up. That was the first discussion of scaffolding. How do you create a structure within which students can do harder and harder tasks, but still have the confidence of working within that structure until they get to the level where they're doing the fully complex task, and you can take the scaffolding away. Meisner did this just instinctively before anybody even talked about it. And the great thing about being a teacher and using that system is I can bring students in and start them through the system, and then I can watch them and I can see when they're ready to be challenged, moved a little bit farther along, when they need to practice that skill before, and then when they really need a push. This is another really common now theory called ZPD, the zone of proximal development. The idea being there's the stuff that you have mastery of already. Then there's the stuff that you want to reach, but that you're not ready for. And to try and teach someone that usually would lead to failure and frustration. But closer to what they can do, there's an area that's challenging, but they can achieve it with a little bit of help, and they can learn it, and they can take that step. That's the zone of proximal development, that sweet spot for learning. And the theorists who were talking about this, Vygotsky, he was really a psychologist who mentioned it, but then Piaget really theorized how that would work within education. He was a contemporary of Meisner. So at Meisner's time, this would have been cutting-edge educational theory. And I don't know that Meisner was studying cutting-edge educational theory. He was really in the acting world, but he sure as hell was using it. He really instinctively knew how to build a curriculum that included these ideas and these concepts. So as a teacher, I love to teach people using the Meisner technique, because I get to do what I naturally do anyway as a teacher. I'm a teacher at heart, and I love to watch a person. I used to teach martial arts, and I was very good at breaking down body motion. Oh, I see what the foundation is that's lacking here. So then create exercises to build the foundation, and then work your way up through different exercises till they can do the full technique, whatever it is, spinning roundhouse, whatever. I've taught almost every subject, but it's the same in acting, except it's the curriculum's already there. Meisner wrote it already.